This is the Samsung Galaxy A56. I really like this phone based on the camera and the software, tapos yung premium build niya. Pero syempre may mga downside din siya, pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya. Unahin muna natin yung pinakamagandang features ng phone na to. And if na-convince ko nga kayo na maganda tong phone na to, you can go ahead and check the product links on this video. Pag-usapan muna natin yung software and long-term support. Initially, meron kang Android 15 with this phone, the One UI 7. Pero pwede mo na kaagad siyang i-update to One UI 8 or yung Android 16. Kasi isa sa mga impressive na bagay with Samsung ay yung software support nila. Napakaganda talaga. With that, bibigyan ka nila ng 6 OS upgrades and 7 years of security patch. It is promised on their website na aabot ng 2032 yung kanyang support. Okay, so napakataas. Mas mauna pa sigurong masira yung phone kaysa mawalan ka ng OS updates dito. And One UI 8 for the Galaxy A56 is actually pretty good. May mga bonus features siyang in-add. Marami din siyang hidden features under tips and user guide na pwedeng maging useful. Doon naman tayo sa display experience. Samsung delivers the best AMOLED screens in the market. Even iPhones use Samsung AMOLED screens. So this one has 6.7 Super AMOLED display, Full HD Plus resolution, 1080p by 2340, tsaka 120Hz refresh rate. Tapos yung peak brightness naman niya is around 1200 nits. Yung 1200 nits peak brightness ni Samsung are genuine numbers. Yung iba kasi pinapalabas nila 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 yung peak brightness nila. It's not consistent with the peak brightness sinasabi nila, but 1,200 nits of peak brightness is very good. Well, meron din siyang limitations, diba? Kasi nga, this is a mid-range phone, so wala siyang display out feature. Pwede kang mag-screen mirror gamit yung Smart View, Google Cast or Chromecast with compatible TV and monitors. Wala din siyang native support for Samsung DeX. Is reserved sa mga flagship device, yung mga S series. And the original price of this phone is at 24,000. Kung titingin ka online, it's less than 20,000. Umaabot siya ng 15,000. Nakikita mo na napakalaki ng binaba ng price niya. Yung touch response rate pala ng phone is actually good. Nasa 240Hz touch sampling rate. So, it's still pretty good with games, pero possibly pa-installan mo siya ng magandang tempered glass. Isa pa sa impressive things about this phone is the camera performance. Pinaalala ng phone ito sa akin kung gaano kaganda yung camera quality ni Samsung. Meron siyang 50MP main with OIS, 12MP ultra-wide, tsaka 5MP macro. So, 3 cameras on the back. Yung front cam naman is 12MP. Yung mga numbers is not too impressive, but yung output ng pictures and videos mo are very good. Excellent natural colors, tsaka brightness. Meron siyang slight enhancement with AI, pero it's blended very well. Yung optical zoom quality niya is very good. Yung color science niya with the main camera or selfie is better than Xiaomi or Transsion phones, yung mga phones na meron ako. Very nice 4K 30fps vlogs on this phone. For the main camera video din, it's very stable, sharp tsaka vibrant, kaso wala lang siyang 4K 60fps. Mas madali yung editing with slow-mo if you have 60fps or higher. Pwede mo ring babaan yung quality to 1080p video para makuha mo yung 60fps slow-mo mo. Other features with camera, meron kang dual video, single take yung parang short video, and auto-save slow-mo when you're playing back your video. And for selfies, pwede ka rin magsabi ng smile, magtitake agad siya ng selfie photo. Yun yung mga small features na naaaliw ako for this phone. Isa rin sa mga downside ng camera niya, medyo overexposed. So, especially na sa may mga malalakas na ilaw. Kung nagsushoot ka ng low light, medyo gumagabi na. Yung mga ilaw, medyo naboblown out. Tapos yung yellow na color ng ilaw, nagiging mas puti siya. Okay, so hindi siya color accurate. Yan lang yung mga weak points niya. Very reliable naman yung autofocus nito. So, it's still pretty good with vlogging. Doon naman tayo sa pang-apat na magandang experience with this phone is the audio quality. So, audio quality is great. Meron siyang dual speakers with Dolby Atmos and may equalizer ka rin. Audio balancing here is very customizable. Yung lakas ng speakers na is napakaganda. For me, it has the best sounding speakers sa lahat ng mid-range phones na nabili ko this year.
As the trolls rose. For a long time, humans and trolls lived side by side.
Panalong-panalo ka dito if you like listening to music, watching movies, playing games using your speakers. Just in case na gusto mo ng earphones, wala lang siyang 3.5mm jack. Napakarami niya ring useful tools and updated AI features, especially na with the One UI 8 update or yung Android 16. As usual, meron siyang object erase, meron din siya ng best face. Mamili ka ng ano yung mas magandang mukha out of the best faces na nakuha mo. May custom filters ka, auto-trim videos, the usual Google AI circle to search, AI select, Google Lens. Meron din siyang read aloud for articles and web pages. For multitasking, floating windows, split screen, napakadami pang hidden features inside tips and tricks. Ganun siya kadami. And pang-anim pa sa the best features on this phone is the premium look and feel. This phone has a metal frame plus Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. Napaka-sleek ng design. The front and the back is glass. Mapagyayabang mo tong phone na to because you have a Samsung and the quality is very good. So yung height niya is 162.2mm, yung width is 77.5, and yung thickness niya is 7.4mm. So hindi masyadong malaki yung phone na to. It's actually pretty handy. Yung weight niya is 198 grams. Pero pag wala kang case, yung edges niya around the frame is a little bit sharp. Medyo boxy yung design. Kung gusto mo na mas comfortable yung hawak mo, bili ka ng case. Doon naman tayo sa mga casual features on this phone. So, let's check on the gaming performance. Yeah, pwede ka pa rin mag-games with this phone. Yung chipset niya is the Exynos 1580. Mid-range performance, but not the best. Hindi siya masyadong optimized. Yung mga top spec dyan, yun pa rin yung Qualcomm Snapdragon tsaka MediaTek Dimensity chipsets. Meron tayong Game Hub app. Wala siya masyadong settings, but it's more of like a game store. Makikita mo pa rin yung mga games mo doon, pero marami ka ring makikitang ibang suggested games. It's not the same as mga gaming app ng, Transsion phones or Xiaomi phones na full-on gaming talaga. Meron ka mga game settings sa gilid. Para siyang console-like experience. Here, it's not the same. Yes, it's a missed opportunity, but I hope so na mas pagandahin nila yung Game Hub in the future. For this Game Hub, wala akong nakikitang call messaging notification blocking. If you search online, meron daw siyang settings na ganun, but pag dinitinan mo na yung Game Hub app, wala kang nakikitang ganun. I think kasi mas focus sa pagiging camera phone and casual phone tong Galaxy A56, kaya hindi siya nilagyan ng mga ganong features. Let's see the popular game performance on this phone, starting with Call of Duty Mobile. Nung naglaro ako na wala siyang tempered glass, yung accuracy ko hindi masyadong maganda. Nag-install na ako ng matte tempered glass, medyo nag-improve yung touch response rate ko. With the game optimization here, so you'll get 60 FPS with multiplayer tsaka VR mode. Doon naman tayo sa Honor of Kings. Meron kang Ultra FPS plus Ultra Resolution. It's a very smooth gameplay. Yung Mobile Legends naman, Ultra Graphics plus Super Frame Rates. Maganda rin yung stability niya. Gusto ko lang din sabihin, dahil sa meron siyang metal frame, it will get kind of warm on your hands. Especially na pag wala kang case. Kasi madaling mag-absorb ng heat from the inside of the phone, yung metal frame. Maraming reviewers ang nagsasabi niyan, and me personally sa experience ko, lahat ng metal frame na ginamit ko na phone, pag wala siyang case, so magiinit talaga yung gilid ng phone. I would highly recommend na gumamit ka ng case para hindi mo siya ma-feel. Kung heavy games naman like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Crystal of Atlan, o kaya yung mga bagong games ngayon, you might get 60 FPS. But yung stability niya hindi masyadong maganda. Depende sa game, super lala yung frame drops na nangyayari. Minsan nagti-10 FPS yung nakukuha mo with the game. With this particular chipset, kaya ko sinabi na casual gaming lang siya, hindi siya competitive gaming kasi hindi masyadong stable, na hindi smooth yung experience. Kung gusto mo ng mga heavy games na ganun, I would say na iwasan mo na lang yung phone na to. Doon naman tayo sa battery and charging. Meron siyang 5,000 mAh battery, which is good. Tsaka 45 watts of charging. Yung problema, wala tayong charger in the back. Kailangan mong bumili ng separate charger kasi bibigyan ka lang nila ng charging cable na type C to C. Bili ka ng compatible power delivery or PD charger. Maganda yung PD 3.0. Kung makakuha ka pa ng added PPS feature, mas okay. And yung charging time niya from 0 to 100%, aabot siya ng mga 70 minutes. Yung mga added features naman with sensors and connectivity, meron tayong 5G signal. Maganda yung 5G signal niya, walang problema. Maganda rin yung Wi-Fi. Meron din tong NFC for contactless payment. Tsaka yung under-display optical fingerprint scanner niya is pretty reliable, especially na yung face unlock. So, napakabilis ng face unlock. Yun na actually lahat yung gusto kong pag-usapan with this phone. Once again, this is an impressive camera and a casual phone with great speakers and software support. not intended with heavy gaming. Pag kumuha ka kasi ng phone na to and you'll get this premium look and build, tsaka Samsung pa yung brand mo, diba? Mapagyayabang mo siya. Marami siyang mga gandang features na hindi ka mapapahiya, diba? If you wanna shop this phone, once again, meron akong link here. You can check it out. Meron din akong parating na PocoPad M1. I-unbox ko yun in review. Plus the Infinix XPad 20 Pro. In-order ko yun kasi meron siyang free keyboard plus a pencil. Na-try ko siya sa local store and maganda naman siya. So, wanna go ahead and test it out? Abangan niyo yung videos na yun. So, you can follow me here. Thank you so much sa panonood and take care na muna. Bye-bye!